PTSD and anxiety. Hi, my name is Leanne and I have suffered and sometimes still suffer with PTSD and anxiety. I've suffered with anxiety, I feel, ever since I was a teenager. It's one of those things that is so hard sometimes when you don't understand what's going on within your body. Anxiety is like that just feeling of like a sweat coming over you. You feel panicked, your breath is so shallow because you're breathing up here. If you feel like, basically you're in fight or flight mode, there's a bear about to attack you, but yet you're just sitting on the couch. So what I want to do with this video is explain to you about my anxiety and PTSD, but not only that, to give you hints and tips that might help you on your journey if you do have PTSD and anxiety also. So as I said, I suffered with with anxiety from a young age. But not only that, I then went on to suffer PTSD when unfortunately I lost my first husband, and due to the circumstances around his death, I had to try and revive him. It was, a whole trauma that I did suffer, and not only that, emotionally, energetically, you know what I mean? It's whole, like, if you believe in the holistic realm of things, which I do, it affected so many different layers of my body and of my being. So with the PTSD, obviously it was crazy because within the first month I had just anxiety. When my husband passed away, it was just anxiety and it was fine. Thankfully, I was so thankful. I gave thanks that I had suffered with anxiety because I knew, okay, this is a panic attack. I am okay. I'm not going to die. This is what's going on. Now, I was having close on to 10 panic attacks a day when he died, and they floored me. I won't lie, they floored me. But again, I tried to do guided meditations. Again, if you told me stand on my head for 10 hours a day, I would have done it. Now, I had a 10-month-old baby, so I couldn't really stand on my head for 10 hours. So I had to get up and get on with it. But then a month later, my son, who was 10 months at the time, swallowed something. I can remember ringing the on-call doctor. She said, he'll be fine. He'll just poo it out, or it could block his airwaves. Boom. PTSD kicked in. Hello, my name is all capitals PTSD. I'm here to wreak havoc on your life. So then I literally went from panic attacks to PTSD, all out sweats, life is falling apart, grief hit me, boom. So then I decided, I went to A&E with him. My son is fine, don't worry, he was fine. The nurse told me just bring him to A&E to be safe for myself, for my own mental health. PTSD then hit me with a bang. And again, like anxiety, I was thankful that I suffered with anxiety to help me with my PTSD. PTSD is very hard. And the thing about PTSD is, as well as, there's no cure for it. Like anxiety, there is no cure from it. You can just get tools to help you on a daily basis to make you feel better. So why I'm sharing this and why I'm sharing my story and what I will be doing on my pages, I share what has helped me throughout my life so that I may be able to help you on your journey as well. Things that I recommend, so my top tips when you suffer with anxiety, PTSD, or grief, and again, I'll do loads more videos on this, but this is just a little hints and tips guide. Counselling, it does work. Find someone that resonates with you. Do you click more with a man or a woman? These are all things that you need to think about. When it comes to guided meditation, again, does a female voice soothe you or a male voice soothe you? What accent soothe you? Do you like an American accent, an Australian accent, a British accent, an Irish accent? Go with what resonates with you, because there's no point in lying down trying to do a guided meditation when you're up here in anxiety, in PTSD, listening to a man's voice from, let's say, the UK, when that's not an accent that you like. Again, I have nothing against that. I'm just making an example, because for me, I can remember going to a counsellor years ago and she said to me, do you meditate? And I said, yeah. And she was like, what accent do you listen to? And I up and said it to her, and she was like, do you like that accent? I was like, no, not really. And she was like, then why are you listening to it, to try and relax? So they're my tips for you. And again, I am not talking ill on anyone here. I am just giving you guidance. So do you resonate more with a female voice? Do you resonate more with a male voice? Which accent do you prefer? And go with that. Again, connect with your breath. When you're breathing, are you breathing up here, shallow, or are you proper belly breathing? So are you connecting with your lungs and your belly and getting the oxygen around your whole body? So when you breathe, when you take a breath in, breathe in through your nose, and when you breathe out, expel the air out through your mouth. But what you're looking to do is to make sure that your lungs are filling up on the inhale. So imagine two big balloons. So you're breathing in, your belly button is being pushed out because you're giving enough room for your lungs. And when you're exhaling, all that air is going out and the belly button is going in to touch the spine. Next tip, you might have been in counselling before and they might have said, become present. You're like, okay, today is Wednesday, still having a panic attack. Be present about your surroundings. So if you feel panic coming over you, stop, connect with the breath. Where am I? What is going on? Do I like it? So for instance, now I'm in my sitting room. So do I like that book behind me? Do I like the colour of it? Do I like the flowers behind me? Do I like the colour of it? And it happened to me when I was out walking with my son, again, when I was in the midst of my PTSD, anxiety, grief, everything. And I had just met with a counsellor, I think it was 2 months after my husband passed away. And next thing, all of a sudden, he said to me, be present. And I was like, yeah, but like, what does that mean? So he said, look around my room now. What do you like? What do you dislike in my room? You know what I mean? Do you like me? You know, and it's all that getting out of your head. So I can remember rolling my son in the buggy. I was out walking, and again, anxiety kicks in. I can feel it. And it's coming up and it's boiling. And I was like, okay, connect with my breath. I'm here for my son and I need to be here for my son. So I was like, okay, there's a tree. Do I like that tree? Would I like that tree out my back? Now, you're doing this all in your head as well, so that you're not like a crazy person talking to yourself. By all means, talk to yourself out loud as well. I do it sometimes too. And again, you're just bringing yourself back to the present and awareness. So the breath, bringing yourself back to the present are the two massive tips that I can give you for anywhere. So whether you're shopping in a supermarket, whether you're out walking with the kids, breath, breathe. Am I going into my belly with my breath? Are my lungs getting all the oxygen that they need so I'm not hyperventilating? And also as well, look at my surroundings to get myself out of my head. Do I like it? Don't I like it? Would I like it? Wouldn't I like it? And that'll get you out of your thought process, because remember, our body, when we go into fight or flight anxiety, think there's a bear in front of us and it's about to attack us. So unless you're actually in the woods and there is bears there, you're okay. Okay. In relation to, again, anxiety and PTSD, they can come up at any point. So I'm fast forwarded now to 8 years, present day and moment. I am now happily married. I've got 2 more beautiful kids. I went through grief of not being able to have any more kids. I went through grief of, you know what I mean, not having a partner for the rest of my life. I went through all of that, but I had to do massive inner work to get to where I am today. I am now happily married. I have the most amazing, incredible husband. I've got 2 beautiful twin girls who are 3, and my son now is 8. Life is incredible. So I'm sharing this with you also so that you know that life can get better. That in this present moment, this is your present moment, this is right now, and there's little things that you can do to help you on your journey. Not only that, but what I would say to you as well is, if you are being triggered, what is it that's triggering you? If you can figure out what's triggering you, that is brilliant too. So I'd always recommend journaling. Blue pen, because it's magical. Write down with a blue pen, why was it triggering you? So let's say you were out in a shop. What was the thoughts that were coming up in your head? Why do you think that was coming up? And then go through it, because you might be able to join the dots by looking backwards. So that's another tip for you. Also, what I find incredible, I'm a holistic practitioner, I'm a Reiki master, so I'm into all the beautiful woo-woo world. So I love doing holistic treatment. So I love self-care. Self-care is so important, especially whether you suffer with anxiety or PTSD, it is good to keep on top of your self-care, because life is crazy, everything is opening back up again, and life goes boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you're flatlined, you're wrecked, you're exhausted. And remember, when we're exhausted and our cup is empty, we cannot give if our cup is empty. And this is where obviously anxiety can creep in. And if you have suffered with PTSD, this is where this can creep back in again, because you won't have the energy to be able to, I'll say fight it off, but you won't be able to have your level of awareness to snap back in. Because if you're flatlined and things start to trigger you, you're so wrecked and exhausted, they're going to trigger you from out of nowhere. Whereas if your cup is filled up, you won't be triggered as much. So self-care is so important. If you're following me, you know I'm all about the Epsom salts bath, grounding your energy out the back, feet in the grass, in the sand. If you live near a beach, amazing. If you don't have a bath, a garden or a beach, get a basin of water, put some Epsom salts in it, ground your energy, connect in with your breath. I'm a holistic practitioner, so I'm all about getting treatments done. So I love doing Reiki on myself. I love being able to go get massage. Touch therapy is so important, and especially if you're going through the grief process, especially if you were a widow like myself, you've lost obviously that touch, that connection from someone. So you want to be able to have that touch again. So getting massages and treatments like that are so important to your day-to-day living, because remember, we are beings, we are tactile, we want that touch, we want that love, we want that connection. And thankfully we're coming out the other side of a pandemic. We can get that now in a safe way. So all I would say to you is, if you are suffering with PTSD or anxiety, get help. Counselling is wonderful. Touch therapies are amazing. Holistic treatments are incredible. Working on your mindset, I would say, hands down, is incredible. Medication, these are all things that I have used to help me on my journey, because remember, it's not one thing that might just fit, it's a load of other things that will help you on your journey. So try and see what works for you. But all I would say, it starts and ends with you. Grief is a long journey that you will have to go on, and you will have triggers throughout your life. I had triggers in my relationship, coming into my relationship. A lot of people worry that their partner is going to two-time them. I had that worry too, because that happened to me in a past relationship. But I also had a worry of, he could die. These are all things that I'm going to start covering on my page to help you, because I am a mindset coach. I am a relationship coach, and I want to be able to help people to know that they can get over these hurdles in life. But they're hurdles. You need to want to get over them. And that's the thing, and it starts with you. It is hard, but just know that you're not alone. And there's different things that you can do, as I said, from your self-care at home on a daily basis. Use essential oils as well. I'm all about the essential oils. I absolutely love them. Find what works for you, what smells work for you. If you don't like the smell of it, what could it be bringing up? What could it be bringing up for you if you don't like the smell? So again, there's so much that we can do for ourselves when we have PTSD and anxiety. And it's from talking to a counsellor, self-care, medication, using holistic treatments, getting touch therapies like massage. Do what works for you, and it will honestly be mind-blowing how it can change your life. Working with a coach like myself to help you get over these hurdles, again, incredible. But you have to be willing to want to take the first step to help you to get through it. Do your guided meditations, do your journaling, do what is going to work for you, but be consistent. But remember, again, it starts with you and ends with you. Now, if you did like the content that I shared with you today, and I hope it did help you, do hit subscribe and obviously hit the bell for any new episodes that I might have coming up. Will have coming up for you to share. As I said, I'm a relationship and mindset coach. I am a wellness coach. I am a holistic practitioner. I've got a lot of tools in my toolkit to be able to help you. And again, it's what works with you is going to help you, because what worked for me might be different. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have the most amazing, incredible day wherever you are in the world, and I'm sending you lots of light and love. Bye for now. Now don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any further videos.